you start to think about heights, start to shit your pants a little. So that's, I want to keep my underwear clean. This next video is for 4 audiences: the men who watch me do work around the house, the women, so you can appreciate all the hard work your husbands do for you, the guys who gave me quotes to take down 2 trees, either $4,000 or $10,000, and for my cousins who run a tree removal service, you can see me work. So here's the plan. This tree in front of the shed goes way up and it arches over to the side, is got to go. I would like to make a drawbridge door for the shed, and it's going to land right where that tree is. Why I can't drop this tree is because it goes straight up and curves over the shed. So I want to go up, tie it in 2 pieces, cut it, let the top hang, hopefully not hit the shed, and cut it up. When I get to an interesting part, I'll stop, show you what I'm up to. Oh yeah, and by the way, this rental was $500-ish with change. It was like $495 plus tax, and I had to buy some strong rope that cost, I think I paid $250 for a 5/8 inch tree rope. Did I hear someone say, let's put the tripod in the boom? That's a great idea. I heard safety is a mindset, so hopefully I'm wearing the right safety gear. If not, oh well. You could have no safety gear and still live, but not taking any chances on that life thing. I just showed my son how to use the control manual in case it's a life and death situation. Got my tripod set up, I got my rope, I got my electric chainsaw people like to make fun of, and let's make it happen. We are going, if I got the right tree, this one, we're going up that way. Okay, let's do it. Doesn't look like I'm going up at all, does it? I forgot, it kind of goes forward. Perfect. And I get this feeling in my stomach like I'm going to throw up just a little bit. I want to see. You want to see where I am? I'm going to this tree. I'm going to this tree. I'm going to that tree right there. Kind of wobbly. Kind of makes you feel like you want to throw up just a little bit. There's a little branch here. This makes it pretty easy when you're, oh, good 20 feet up in the air. Maybe 15, 20. Be doing a lot of that, but I'm not going to be recording it all. I can only say I love this tripod. Getting some really cool angles. Here I am. Got to cut these little ones off. So the good part about using a boom is you just get to exactly where you need to go. This is about chest height for me, and it's easy to make a cut. I'm working in the slow mode now, but I could work a little bit quicker. I meant move a little bit quicker, not work quicker. So I don't really have a good angle here. I got to go left-handed, but I'm fine. Remember that chainsaw video I said that keeps stalling on me? Well, I don't know what to tell you. Maybe it's the battery. have another chainsaw and other batteries. Don't hit the shed. All right, guys, that's all I'm going to be doing for terms of cutting little branches. I'm going to focus on really trying to get as high as I can, tying off the big one, and I'll see you in a second. I forget what I said. This is the last one, just because I have a great angle here. It's the reason why they yell timber when things drop, because that's what timber is. But there's no one down there. Let's check this out. This is cute. Got a little house right there. Guess I was recording the whole time. Look at that. I'm sorry. It's a squirrel house. It's gotta go. Doesn't have to go, but it's gonna go. Look at that little perfect. It's like this dark trail of grease, like someone was always climbing into. So cool. Definitely a squirrel house. Definitely a squirrel house. Check that out. So I got up close enough to cut this larger branch off behind me. Let me show you how high up I am. At some point I said I'm going to buy some tree climbing gear and climb the tree. Well, let me twist that. I'm up here, guys. And the further out you are, every move you make, the more this thing wiggles and wobbles. It's my shed. Tip of that roof is like a good 12 feet high. So you see how high I am. A second ago, where was I? See that bump out right there? That's that hole. So I'm now good solid 6-7 feet above that. Take off some of these upper branches and let's see where I can't, maybe this is where I tie off and cut it. But yeah, just getting a little bit of that throw up feeling in my mouth. Well above my house. Last time I rented one of these, I said I can see over my house right into my neighbor's yard. He goes, okay, I've got to make sure I keep my blinds closed. But I'm just joking. Is that tree dead? It is dead. Look at that. That skinny tree right there doesn't have one leaf on it. Maybe it does towards the bottom. I'll have to cut it before it falls on someone's head. All right, guys, back to work. Remember how I said I need to cut the tip of that tree off? Well, let's just do it while we're up here. Oops, not that way. That's the tree. If I look at the camera, I get less nauseous because if I look down, it's no good. Wanna look down? There you go. Just kind of flying. Just kind of flying in the middle of nowhere. All right, let's go back towards that tree. The skinny one. Let's see if I judged it properly. We judge the distance. Yeah, that's all right. It's all right. Sorry, I can't be doing this with one hand and flying around. Safety mindset. I did just cut this piece off and it landed. Taking a look at this tree from the shed to where I was. Let's see if I can get a better angle here. I was right, if I can get it that knot right there. So I plan on tying it off here. I got about that much room to the shed, and I got about that much tree fallen. So I think it's gonna probably, I think the tip is gonna hit the shed, but with the smaller branches and not all the weight, if it just swings, I don't think it's gonna break it. If it just grazes it, I'm okay with that. But I think that's all I'll be able to achieve. So I'm certainly not paying $2,000 to get this tree removed. And I think I'm just doing one. I was gonna take off that tree there, that Bose, but I don't like being up here, so I might just call it a day. We'll see. We'll see how I feel after the first one. Time to go look up howtotiearope.com. I was up there pretty good, wouldn't you say? I was up there pretty good, right where that nugget is. My hands were just above that little nugget. Ain't for the faintest of heart, I'll tell you that. I'll tell you that much. That's my lunch with mayonnaise underneath on croissants. For everyone who likes to make fun of the electric chainsaw, this chainsaw is too big is something no one has ever said. Let's see if she fires up. So here's the plan. I'm gonna tie the upper rope slightly above that because I got a nice fat branch here. Should anything slip, it'll catch when the top part falls. Lower part right between, got my notch just slightly under it. And I got slightly higher than where I was able to before. I backed up my car about 10 feet more, and I got about 6 foot more height and just slightly closer to the tree. So it's the moment of truth. Cut a notch and I'll tie some rope. Okay, let's see what I did. I tied off here first. Well, first I made a notch. Hopefully that looks good. I'm sure someone will let me know in the comments below, some professional. I tied off here. This is the end of the rope. And I'm gonna go to the back. I saw you gotta make a little side cut it in the back. And wish me luck. I'll keep recording before I start cutting. If I die, I love my family. Starting this fucking chainsaw is a pain in the ass. Burned up 20 minutes up there trying to start this saw. It'd start and stop, so that's why I use the electric going back up. It was a good time to take a break because I had to go to the orthodontist, so burned an hour. Wish me luck. What are you doing? Here it goes. Motherfucker. You want me to come up and help? Did it hit another tree? Yep. Now the wind has to come.
I was going to say, are we waiting for a hurricane?
Yep. Fuck. I thought it would have enough weight to get by, but I guess I was wrong. Let's go say hello to Bill.
Wait, I gotta hold my stomach in if I'm in that picture. You can't have it. You always have to say picture so I can pull my stomach.
Yeah, and I pretend like I have hair, so.
Okay, so the tree is stuck up there, and he's gonna pull the rope. Maybe you can pull with the Honda.
If I just shake it enough, it'll.
I'm recording now. Ooh!
I'd help him, but I can't handle it.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
No, you don't want to get hurt. It moved a bit.
All right, I'm hooked up here. Line is still on the bottom. It's hooked up to the bottom part of the tree. Let's record this. I just need to shake it real good. It moved a little bit when I shook it by hand. That's what they say. No one's gonna believe this. Shh. No one's gonna believe me when I tell them. This better be worth it. Keep it there so I can see it drop. All right. Now we can zoom out of here. See the top of the shed. All right, keep watching.
If you go any further, it's going to get tight. Now it's tight. It's wiggling.
See how it kind of went to the side of the tree?
Yeah.
That's why I was scared that it was going to jab me real hard. So the upper part of the tree is stuck in a tree over here, and it's tied to this tree, and the rope is tied to this tree. We're wiggling this one. What I'd like to do is take a piece of that rope, hook it on to this tree, and then to the car, so I can try to put force down on this to swing those branches out of the tree. Wish me luck. Forgot to take a video. Those two are tied together. I took whatever slack was tied to this rope. Just tied it to a section there that's hung up. Sorry, I get a little bit sick when I'm up there, and first thing I wanted to do is get out and get down. So I got like 10 feet lower, but that's what it looks like. And we'll pull on this rope tied to the tree that's hanging. Hopefully put some pressure on it, get it out of that tree.
Yeah. Okay, you're on video.
I know it's kind of ugly, but the top of the tree is down. Now I can just start chopping all this up. Broke another branch, who cares? I could just start chopping it. And my wife a second ago was saying, you should have just paid the guy $2,000. So we're still $1,500 ahead. It's a mess. I'm cutting it down. Some people ask me if I work out, how come I'm so strong? because holding up a chainsaw like this is really hard, but needs to be done. I do this kind of work to save money so my kids can get a better education than me, make more money than me, and pay people, own their own companies. But you know what? I'll pay someone, not highway robbery though. If I can do this in a day for $500, people that do this every day, yeah, they could do it for $1,000, not two. All I asked them to do is put it on the ground. Anyways, still working. I just pulled what was at the back of the shed, pulled it over to the front, and I have already cut a bunch of branches off. My estimate was when this branch swings, it will graze the top of the shed. But I think I was wrong by 15 feet. Not bad though. Not bad. Yeah, it would have definitely damaged the shed if it did that. It broke the top of this tree. That's why this looks all mangled. And it broke that branch off right there. Broke that branch off so it didn't crack the back of the shed. Cracked some of this. Trim that up with some trimmers, but yeah, boy, we're getting there. I think I can pull up with the machine and go up and start chopping it down. Charged my phone a little bit because battery was dead while I was up on the boom taking out a bunch of branches, and so far it's really been working well in this position, being to the left of the branch. I can make sure nothing falls over the shed and onto it. I could just push it off as I throw it. So I got all that down. Now I'm gonna go up again with y'all with me. Gotta strap the tripod to the boom, whatever, this boom cage, and I'm taking all of it down from the left side, and then I can just throw it right and nothing will hit the shed. It's gonna work out great. I'm so thrilled. Thanks for joining. We're not that high up in the air, right? Shed is right there, you can see it. I'm just looking as though I were standing on it, but I'm gonna be working on this tree going up, and you can have some fun with me. That last branch was still kind of hung up on the roof, pushing it that way, so. Come on. There you go. There you go. That's what I was trying to avoid, this piece falling on the shed. Well, I think I could just wiggle it off now. Muscle it off. Not really. Hanging on by nothing. You wanna see what fear looks like? Show you what fear looks like. When that's dangling above your head. There we go. That's what fear looks like. I'm just to the left of it, but it's enough to die right here. So let's go up and really be to the left of it. You can't come with me up to the tree. I'm sorry. You'll thank me in the future when you see this. You don't want to be here. Yes. You see the railing? That's where I want to be. Just to the right of everything. Work right here. A little bit higher. Perfect. Let's make it happen. Make ship happen. Oh yeah, guys. Someone coming back around to a electric saw. I think the battery was shot in the other one, and I couldn't start my gas saw. Because I'm a dummy. That's right. I know you thought that. Yeah, boy. Sorry, my daughter's crying in the background. My wife is there with her, don't worry. Yes, and it didn't hit my ramp. Beautiful looking wood chips means the saw is sharp. Mama like? Hey guys. A little bit higher. It always bounces. Ugh, before it goes up. It makes me want to throw up just a little bit. Ah, Mary Jane Rotten Crotch. Didn't want to be in the crotch of that, but it's a strong ramp. I'm gonna shut this down for now because I'm gonna run out of battery, but I'll pick up when it gets interesting. So I got just enough light to see. Probably got 6 more feet of the branch hanging. Changed out my battery, went up, the boom stalled. Okay, the boom stalled, so turn it off, turn it on. I got a little bit of battery left there. I came back down. Limiting factor is the boom right now because I can't be stuck in the air. That's not cool. I think I could plug it in. I'm gonna plug it in to charge for sure, but I'm gonna go eat dinner. Maybe I finish this first thing in the morning. It's another beautiful morning, 5:55 a.m. I'm not covered in sawdust. I have to return this machine by 7 a.m. I had to charge it last night, otherwise I was going to be stuck up in the air, which would have been a different problem. So I didn't quite finish the tree, but let's take a look at it. You can see what's left hanging there. Oh God, I gotta tell you guys a secret. There's mosquitoes here and up in the boom too. And they love my bald head because one of them just got me right now. The plan for the rest of this, so I don't have to stress myself up there this morning and get all dirty and nasty again. This tree pulls really well. Gonna cut it at the bottom and just pull it with my SUV. Got plenty of line to do that with. Plenty of line, I can be in the backyard. We'll just do that later. My wife's traveling today, so we'll do it on Friday. And another interesting part is the pieces I've been dropping over there, I'm kind of having to push and they're getting bigger and bigger. And I had a makeshift, not a makeshift, I had a nice little ramp I made here. Been dropping some pretty big pieces, right? They're getting bigger and bigger. I did crack my ramp, even though there's probably six 2x4s. Yeah, 6 2x4s underneath it. I cracked one of them. I dropped a direct drop on here. Then I tried to kind of protect it, but easier said than done. And these pieces coming down from 40 feet. Direct blow, right? You can see it's basically, it's kind of at the edge of my shed when I look down. And I have to lean and push them, and sometimes it's not that easy. This is where they come crashing. So I'm gonna just let that hang for a day. I will pull this whole thing over. Hopefully it comes crashing the right way. Maybe I go up, I don't know. Let me think about it. Been charging the machine. Check out my power level. Got full power. Maybe I go and make 2 cuts. Just because I don't like the way the thing's leaning this way. Yeah, I'm gonna go do it. I'm back in the boom. I took down 3 more pieces, 4 more pieces like this, so it was about 10 feet hanging, let's say ish. I'm as high as I can go. Yeah, it's scary. It's my house. It's the sun, 7:13 a.m. I am able to untie this. That's how I tied it, 3 times around. Top one, under, over, through the working end, whatever. I tied it like a jiu-jitsu belt. So I can untie it now. It's actually, oops, not that tight, and I'll throw this one over. I'm this close, I can't get any higher. Otherwise I would have been chopping and throwing. That's easier when it's not hanging, because it just holds itself, but that's where I'm at. I untied the last piece, I put a little loop-de-loop in the rope, and I can't get any higher, so I can't, right? I can't mess with this. It's slightly leaning. You can see straight down, kind of leans over the shed, but I think we can pull it. Wobbles very freely with my SUV, pulling it from the top. So that's gonna be the plan. I hope I can drop it anywhere there, don't care where. And I'm out of options. Very much put, I gotta go down and down and back. I'm out of options. That's as far as it goes. You start to think about heights, start to shit your pants a little. So that's, I want to keep my underwear clean. Got battery, shut it off. How do I know how high I was? That's how you know. I was up at easily 50 feet. Kind of going forward, right? Maybe, yeah, 45. That's how I got higher before, because I was a little bit closer. My tripod is put away. This comes off relatively easily. The save your life strap in case you fall out. I wasn't just wearing it. I did have a save your life stop, and if you want to go slowly, it goes slowly. Otherwise, like a seatbelt. Time to return this machine. The view from the shed. Yeah, a lot of big pieces. It's important. Clean up after yourselves. Don't leave a mess for the next person. Leaf blower, I know. In the event someone wants a reference, that's what the size of the machine looks like next to Honda Pilot and closer to my house, because the house looked tiny before. What I say before, it was $495 plus tax, rental for 1 day. Much less if you go for 1 week. I mean, not less, but less per day. Left it cleaner than they left it for me, because I picked out like 5 screws out of here. Thank God I didn't go too far without the wheels, because I can't return it without the wheels. I went around, I got about 50 feet away from my house down to the stop sign, and I remembered, so I had to go around the block. But that's okay. The rope goes up, and based on how this tree leans, my fear is that if I pull from this side, it will pull it slightly that way. I'm going to try to get the rope around this part of the tree. I don't have climbing gear on my boom anymore. I'll just try to wrap it around if I can get it more there, and that be the point for pulling a drop. Maybe you'll pull it a little bit straighter, the forces from here versus the forces off to the side. See, the tree goes up nice and straight, and then it does a little bit of a turn, and it's leaning over the shed slightly. So I mentioned I didn't want to pull from the top because I thought it might go in that direction because it's kind of at an angle. I wanted to get it right where it starts to bend, but unfortunately I can't get it any higher. I kind of wrapped it around. Now my fear is when I pull it from here, am I high enough? And will this tree twist? And if it twists, I unreel about 6-10 feet of rope, and then I lose all of my pressure. Let me think about this. What do I do? Let's do it. I'm gonna yell to you. And when I say pull, you get as close to that tree as possible. It's not slightly right. See that one?
Four-wheel drive or the
Four-wheel drive.
what?
Go inside. I knew the tree was barely holding. I cut it this much. I'm like, when I say go, I'm going to start pressing. You started pulling this, it started going. You guys didn't know my tripod doubles as a selfie stick. I just got to aim it at myself like a gun. All right, this project is over. The tree is down. And I need to edit this video. So everything else, any other videos, grinding the stump, anything else, comes later. See you later, alligator.